So that gentleman quits, and I was the only one at 19 years old. I was running classic soft trim in Orange, California.
Patron.
The first year, we were #1 in profits per car out of 40 locations.
With a panoramic sunroof, your first one will cost you between $3 and $4 million. That's the business case. That's the investment.
Believe it or not, my mom actually was the one who actually said, you're going to buy a van anyway. If you get a shop, you're going to have to wait for customers to come to you. But if you have a van, why don't we go to them? I tell them, good news, I got another spoiler at the house. But that's an hour away, so it's going to be 2 hours. I'll be back in 2 hours. I drove all the way back. I grabbed the new spoiler, went all the way back. And while we get there, and I tell my mom, I'm going to go get the key to the car. She's like, okay. So I go get the key, and I come back, and I see my mom was a little nervous. I'm like, what's wrong, Mom? He's like, this guy just drove around here, and he ran over the box.
The second spoiler?
Second spoiler. I'm like, Mom. Anaheim, California, if you want to come visit us, we're literally about 3 miles away from Disneyland. Bring your family, bring your car. We'll drop you off at Disneyland. You come back, your car's done and ready.
Welcome to the Ride and Style Podcast, your turbocharged pit stop for automotive restyling. Buckle up with Jesse and Josh.
Welcome to another episode of the Ride and Style Podcast, but it's not just another episode. It's our 50th episode, so this is a very special one today, Josh.
You're making me feel old, Jesse.
Yeah, and we have this is a fantastic lineup today. We're really over-delivering. So first of all, originally this was an interview with Bill North of Champion Auto Systems, who we have in the house. Say hi, Bill.
Howdy. 5-0.
Awesome.
I feel special. Thank you, guys.
And what's really cool is that he is visiting a real restyler. So we've got Anthony Ramirez, and I think Big Bob's in the background somewhere.
Yeah,
from
Robert's in the
Autotronica
background.
in Anaheim, California. So we've got everybody in the house. Thank you, Anthony, for also being here today.
Guys.
Awesome, man. I can't believe, first of all, I can't believe we've done 50 of these, but I can't believe that we're live from LA. Live from LA. I've been to that shop. Very impressive. Anthony, we got to start with you if we could. Tell us, how did you get into the restyling business? Great story, but tell us how you got in the restyling business and how it came to be Autotronica today.
Well,
not all the details. I know there's a lot of details, but you give us the highlights.
It goes back many years. I'll just touch on this. As a kid, we moved to Mexico. I was 14 years old. I missed 2 years of my high school. When I came back, I was to be at the end of my 10th. Wanted to graduate with all my friends. They said there was no way, you missed 2 years. And I said, there's a will, there's a way. So put together a crazy program for me. I'd go to school from 6 a.m. I actually take a bus to my buddies, the high school that I should have been at. It was about a 35-minute bus ride. I used to get up at 5 in the morning, jump on the bus at 6. I would make it to school by 7. I had class from 7. I'd get off at 2:30, jump on another bus, go to a regional occupation center. I took a class from 3 to 5, which was automotive brakes, and then I took a class from 6 to 10, which was automotive upholstery. And I did that for 2 years, and I graduated with extra credits. I was able to make it happen, and right out of high school, I went to work for Classic Soft Trim Leather Interiors. I worked there until I was 28 years old. This was in 98. I broke off. I opened up my first company, Airstream. Started off with my mom as my little helper in a van, doing everything mobile. The hard-to-do cars were done in my garage at home. No sleep nights, a lot of coffee. After a year, my mom would come with me to work every day. That was the best part of it. Icebreaker at the dealership. So when I would walk into a dealer, it was always like the young guy, who are you? Hi, I'm Anthony. I do sunroofs. I do leather. And then all of a sudden, oh, this is Mom. And they're like, oh, hi, Mom. So all of a sudden, she was just like my icebreaker, made things better. After a year, my brother Robert joined me. After 3 years, on 4 years, so we had about 40 employees and 2 shops, and we were making some big moves. We worked with Webasto, tons of Webasto sunroofs, Catskin leather interiors, anything with instructions we would do. Running boards, started into electronics, mobile video. We took that to another level, and the recession came. We went through some bad times. We had to close the business. I reopened in 2010 as Autotronica, and here we are. We've regrown the business. We're still doing about over 200 car dealerships on a monthly basis. We're doing a lot of the CAT scan. Proud to be champion sunroof installation facility, and proud to be part of the RU group. And we're just blessed. And I'm lucky to be here, and I appreciate you guys asking about my story. Hopefully it can inspire some people. Where there's a will, there's a way. Make it happen.
So I want to ask you, so when you were in high school and you took upholstery, when you went to Classic, did you already have a pretty good idea what you were doing, or did they have to retrain you?
I knew how to cut and sew, and I was doing my friends' cars in high school.
Okay.
We did my old gym in school colors, and I didn't have a car, man. I used to carry the benches it was about maybe a 30-minute walk to school. Benches, even the little armrest with it was the two-tone color. It was a baby blue, red, double stitch French seams on it. I went a little extra on it.
So can you still sew a little bit of an interior today if you had to? Yes, that's what I like. That's what I like.
I like Anthony did not go for the brakes.
Oh yeah, he's like, forget I ain't doing brakes.
He was more of a natural for interior.
Yeah, awesome. What was Bob doing?
Robert, he was
Raider Bob.
Raider Bob, what were you doing in high school?
So I went with Anthony to those same classes just so he wouldn't go alone. So I had all these extra credits myself. And I started in Classic Softroom in 89. And then in 1990, there was a management change. And I was training to cover the manager while he was gone. I was going to cover the office. So that gentleman quits. And I was the only one at 19 years old. I was running Classic Softroom in Orange, California.
Patron.
The first year we were #1 in profits per car out of 40 locations.
Wow. And let me just,
man.
For the record, for our audience, you happen to be a Raiders fan, maybe?
Big Raider fan. I got my map over here.
Yeah. So a little known fact about Big Bob here. So Robert takes him and his son and they go to all the away games. And so he's got his little thing over there. So as they visit, as they go to every stadium around the country as an away game, they take a picture and then they put it in there.
Yeah, so I got 17 stadiums down. This year it'll be at Jets,
Cleveland, Josh.
and then at Arizona. So I'll have more by the end of this year, God willing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So these are real restylers, Jesse. Real lifelong restylers.
Keep in mind, when I started, I was 18 with Classic, and I'm 55 now. So it's been a couple decades here or there. It doesn't matter. So and refresh us, Bill, for the audience that didn't maybe catch the first podcast. We won't do too much of it, but how long you been in the industry now?
Yeah, since 1988.
Yeah.
30 years.
Yeah.
Out of college, hey, why don't you start selling some sunroofs and take us to #1?
Yeah. I started out. We were #5. Webasto was #5 in a five horse race, and one by one we picked off the folks ahead of us, and here we are today. Still rolling.
Here we are.
So
2 years later.
Yep.
And now you're building them in Minnesota. Gosh,
yes,
I would have never guessed. No, a place where there isn't a lot of sun.
Yeah, but we do love the sunroofs up there. And yeah, we're as good as the dealers we work with. We are as good as the restylers who install our products day in and day out. We're no more than 50% of the equation. We build a product that has potential energy, and companies like Autotronica create the revenue out of what we ship in a box. And that creates jobs, that helps car dealerships. So if anybody in the industry ever hears me thinking that I'm more than half the equation, remind me that I'm only half.
Yeah.
And Bill, just because we need a little bit of a catch up from the last time we interviewed you, things were still just getting started with Champion. So maybe give us a little bit of an like a catch up here. What's new? And then maybe we could segue that into what you guys are doing in that shop today.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. The inbuilt sunroofs, the basis of the acquisition that John Prosser and I made with Webasto was the inbuilt sunroofs. That's the Hollandia 700. So that's the H700. So we transferred from Europe, from Holland to Minnesota. Many restylers have seen our facility where we build them. And I'm proud that it's just like we followed the Webasto steps. So we didn't try to get creative and do things different. Inbuilt sunroofs are sophisticated. They're built to go in. It's a very universal design. And I'm proud to say we changed very little. Okay. So we parked our ego and just let's follow what restylers know and like about the H700 inbuilt sunroofs. So we've combined that with top sliders, and this is convenient. Over here, these are the spoiler sunroofs. Top sliders, those are growing again. Think of that as a regular cab application. So your short trucks that have not a whole lot of roof, that's where a power top slider is the way to go. Also hits a better price point. It's an easier installation. And we even do some things cleverly with, we'll put one in the front and one in the back and give it kind of a panoramic look. There we are. Inbuilt's made in Minnesota, the original Webasto design, the power top sliders, which hit a better price point. And then here's what's new, and I'm very proud of in the form of a panoramic sunroof. That's why we're here this week in Anaheim. We'll be doing an installation with a well-known guy in our industry, Ramon Canales, the Lion King.
AKA the Lion King.
That is him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Tell us why you decided to bring a panoramic. Let's say for years, I think restylers have always wondered. At one point, Webasto had a panoramic. What made you and Champion decide, okay, let's throw out a panoramic?
yeah. The main thing is it starts with it became available. So we had access because with a panoramic sunroof, your first one will cost you between $3 and $4 million. That's the business case. That's the investment. So this product was available to us. It was already tooled. And so we didn't pay that anywhere near that kind of money. What we invested in was an aftermarket ring application. And we followed what we knew of the H700 inbuilt sunroof with that has a rubber trim ring. So a rubber trim ring is installer friendly. It's roof rib friendly. And we coupled that with a mounting ring, which is bonded with structural adhesive. So we applied what we knew worked with the H700 inbuilt into what we're calling the H1000 panoramic sunroof. And we did 5 installations, did some testing, did some validation, did some installer active listening. And it got us to where we are now, where we are absolutely in production. And we have a long runway for a consistent supply for the H1000 panoramic. Because yourself, Josh, has this been something in Columbus? Have you had some inquiries over the years?
I think all restylers have had inquiries over the years, and for years it was like, no, we only have the inbuilt. No, we only have the inbuilt. No, we only have the inbuilt. So I guess my question, a lot of restylers' questions are out there going to be, what's the application? Are we able to do ribs because of that rubber trim ring? What's the bracing situation look like? And then I want to maybe ask Anthony, what's the installation? I know you guys haven't done it yet, but what are you thinking about as far as the installation aspect?
For starters, we're not going to use a word like universal when it comes to the panoramic sunroof because it's not. We'll not likely ever be able to put one in an F-150. We've got about 1/8 of an inch rib maximum height that we're going to be able to professionally install. So let's consider midsize SUVs, 4-door passenger cars. It's very long because there's two glass panels and a massive power sunshade. But we need a total of 53 inches front to rear to successfully install it for between header panel to header panel. The application list is growing. We publish that for our dealers. We're very deliberate about it in showing where it will work and where it won't work. We've done Honda Accord. We've done Chevy Blazer. We've done Kia Soul. We've done Nissan Altima. We've done Chevy Malibu. And we've done a lot of kind of old cars. Think Impala SS and 1986 Monte Carlos and box Chevys and Holds 88. So it's got an old school aspect to it. There are people that do spend a lot of money on 20, 30, 40-year-old cars. But that's a big part of what we're doing this week is doing the installation out here for some key dealers. And good news to come. But we're very impressed with how well the installations have gone so far. And it hits a new price point that I think dealers like Autotronica, they don't have to say no to a panoramic and try to shove them into an inbuilt. But now we can say yes to a panoramic.
So what about you, Anthony? What excites you about this, and or has this been something you've been looking for, or how's it going to fit in your niche?
No, definitely. It's been, and if we had like a quarter for every time we've had a phone call to see if we had panoramics, I think we'd be in probably a different place right now. Over the years, obviously, panoramics has been such a wow factor in some of these cars. Get in, especially here in California. We have beautiful weather. You want to see it. You want to feel it. You're driving. There's a lot of car clubs out here. There's people who love their cars, like he says. People invest a lot of money. And for the fact that they can put a panoramic in a car that was never even thought of back then, now it's just a whole new thing. People will get it. It's going to be cool. Where'd you get it? And I think the word is just going to travel, and that word. So we're excited about it. We've been wanting it over the years. We go to SEMA. When panoramic yet? No, it's coming. It's finally here. And so we're excited about it. I think it's going to be a whole new opportunity for us to get some just more traffic in here, dealership awareness, get them out. Just like what we do. We put leather in cars that don't have leather. Now we can put a panoramic sunroof in a car that was never supposed to have it. So we're excited.
I was thinking, Bill, you're going to have to give us the shop tour in a minute. But before we do, Anthony, if you could, I want to go back a little bit because your story is so good. And I've had a chance to meet with you at a get together, and you told me a lot more. And I know you're very humble, and you just did the short version here. I want to know a little bit more about those early days, if you can. When you started the Airstream with your mom, there's got to be some challenges you had in there. Tell us about maybe some of the challenges that you guys faced that you had to overcome, you and Robert.
The challenges were that we were just some new kids on the block who my family was just, my dad was a hardworking man. Fortunately, my dad passed away. It'll be a month yesterday.
Sorry for your loss, by the way.
Thank you. So my dad instilled in us, work hard, and if you work hard, you will be able to obtain anything and everything, right? And so we used to see my dad go to work every day. To get up to work at 3:30 in the morning every day, always provided. He was the only provider in our home. And so we wanted to be like him in a way, follow his ways of just providing for his family. And that's what we've done. So just when I started, and I felt I wasn't sure if I was going to make it, but I believed in myself. My mom believed in myself. Believe it or not, my mom actually was the one who actually said, you're going to buy a van anyway. If you get a shop, you're going to have to wait for customers to come to you. But if you have a van, why don't we go to them? It's a pretty good idea. So there was never a company putting sunroofs that was mobile.
I remember you were the first. You were the talk of the industry. The very first.
Yeah, come into a dealer and I'll be like, I do sunroofs, and I can take the car and I can do it in the back. I have a van, I have a gas generator, I have an air compressor, I have my headliners, I have my tools, and within maybe 3 hours, I'll put a sunroof in your car.
What? That was unheard of.
So they'd be like, okay, well, think about it. 2 or 3 times back, probably got on their nerves. I just knew, like, you just got to keep going, keep trying. And okay, let's get a stock number and we'll get a car. Pull it around the back, and it was showtime. Tear it apart. My mom was there handing me tools, helping me clean up, and she was just a big part of my business. Put the sunroof in, clean it up, make it look so nice, pull it up to the front. The managers would be like, what? Everybody come out here, salespeople, was this guy just put a sunroof in the car here. And I think it was just taking the chance on believing in yourself and doing what was not normal and just making it happen. And we went through so many things. I'll tell you a story about a spoiler really fast. I went to a dealership. It was about an hour away. It was a Lexus dealership. We drove an hour out there, right? I get off the freeway, and I had my toolbox. I had a vise that was part of my toolbox. I had the spoiler. When I turned, the vise was top heavy, or the box, it fell over and it broke the spoiler.
You're talking decklet spoiler?
A decklet spoiler.
Okay, I was thinking.
Oh yeah, not a spoiler sunroof. No, a decklet
spoiler. So
a painted rear wing.
Yeah, wing.
Painted rear wing. An hour
and it's scratched and it's jacked up.
Okay. So the customer was there, and I tell him, good news, I got another spoiler at the house, but that's an hour away, so it's gonna be 2 hours. I'll be back in 2 hours. I drove all the way back, I grabbed the new spoiler, went all the way back. And while we get there and I tell my mom, I'm going to go get the key to the car. She's like, okay. So I go get the key and I come back and I see my mom was a little nervous. I'm like, what's wrong, Mom? He's like, this guy just drove around here and he ran over the box.
The second spoiler?
Second spoiler.
Oh.
I'm like, Mom, he's like, I was just getting a little sandwich for us. And I just looked over and the guy just pulled around. He's ran over the box. One of those stories, yeah. We've all had those, right? But yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had a ton of them. Oh my goodness. So why did you name it Airstream?
When I first started the business, I was only going to do sunroofs. I didn't plan on doing anything else. I just wanted to do sunroofs. I was good at installing sunroofs, and I didn't want it to be Anthony sunroofs. I didn't want it just, so I needed to find something cool. So one day I'm on my way to TJ, went up to party with one of my friends.
Tijuana, Mexico.
Tijuana,
For the white folks in the room, yeah.
And we're on our way, and we're talking about opening a business. I need a cool name, and so all of a sudden this Airstream trailer passes us up, right? It's the, I look at it, I'm like, you open a sunroof and you get an Airstream that comes in.
Yeah.
Wasn't that you had just gotten back from Brighton? Didn't we do the training?
Yeah,
with
we
you in
did.
Michigan?
Yeah.
Wow. Keep going.
And so I looked it up. I did a search. I went to the business bureau, figured out that they were a coach builder, and then I found out there was Airstream air conditioning, and there was another air. So I opened it up as Airstream Sunroofs, and that was the company.
Awesome. And you had vans doing mobile. I remember there was a shop article or a Restyling magazine article about you at one point.
Yeah.
Had a picture of you with your van and Airstream. I remember. Listen, you were famous in my book way long before I got to meet you. So that's awesome.
Yeah, back in the day, it just shows we all start something. We don't know how we're going to get to where we're going, but if you have an idea, you just kind of have to do anything and everything, right? So when I was younger, I used to work out a lot, and I used to do some modeling, and I used to do some TV, Spanish TV, and that's what probably helped me to put myself in front of people to speak as best as I could. But at the same time, I did some clothing, modeling, and everything. And my brother had a great idea, my brother Robert, because I was starting the business. And with my dad, we went in on third on everything with our bills and our food and everything. So we're a very united family. But I said, Dad, I don't expect anything for free. Just put it on a tab, right? I'm gonna pay you back. So Robert calls our friend who worked for California Heat, which is a male stripper company. And Robert said, bro, I got you a job. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I got a job, man. I talked to Stevie, and he didn't know, but he wants you to work there. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be a stripper. No, it's at a nightclub. You got ladies' night. Gonna come up and. Alrighty then. So I was making some extra cash on the weekends.
I've seen pictures, guys, of Anthony with the 26-inch tires, and he's holding these tires out like this because he's just so ripped. And he's all oiled up, and he's like a lady magnet. And those pictures need to be circulated.
Listen, the next retreat for auto style marketing, Anthony's coming up. I'll talk to Jesse's wife. We'll get it set up.
It didn't go R or X rated, but it was some racy PG stuff.
But let me tell you, that helped me pay my bills. It helped me get through. And it came to a time where I paid everything off with my dad.
Yeah.
I told Stevie, bro, thank you for allowing me to, but that was just a part-time deal to help me pay my bills and get through those tough times. And here we are.
Now, Jesse loves to hear all of the ups and downs. And you and I have talked a lot about some of the challenges, what you've learned through it, how it's made you a better person. For anybody who's going through challenges with maybe having to shut down the business, make a smaller footprint, maybe even having to change the direction they're going or anything like that, what advice would you give them, knowing what you know now after you've been through it?
I would say never give up on yourself. And right now, especially with internet, man, anything and everything is available to us. Resources, ChatGPT, just don't give up. And there's always something. And for me, I'm a Christian, and I believe in God, and I believe God aligned me up with the right people, allowed me to instilled in me some great decisions that changed everything, right? You come to a crossroads, do I go right or wrong? you don't know until you go through. I strongly believe that if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at. And
Yeah.
I praise Jesus for everything. So I would say just trust in yourself and believe in a higher power. But that's all I can say. Just
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
We run this guy along. He's with us. He's
Yeah.
on his shoulder.
Yeah. So Jesse, should we do the shop tour?
Yeah, can you guys, maybe Anthony can talk, and then Bill, can you carry the computer around and we can?
Yeah.
And are we going to be able to see the car we're going to be working on, or no?
No, that's getting
Okay,
here.
so what car are we going to be putting the Panoramic in, just for
Our Lincoln
a Lincoln Town Car? What year? 08?
07.
07.
old
Okay,
school.
nice, awesome.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And, yeah, I think we should let's show Big Bob's car out front. That's cool.
All right, yeah.
And then
We don't normally do this on the podcast, Josh. This is
No, I know we're going live.
And
We're
in
live.
case you-
USC,
a lot of USC, Trojan. They're playing the Buckeyes this year, Josh.
They're in the Big Ten now.
But isn't the game's in Columbus, I think, or is it?
I don't know.
Yeah. But
Ooh, look at that. Is that Bob's caddy?
yeah, that's Bob's caddy. That's
DTV?
Raider Bob.
Raider Bob.
Webasto spoiler sunroof. It rocks, and then it's got a nice showroom
Oh yeah.
as you enter.
Autotronica.
Yep, got the cat skin
Oh, yeah.
retail display.
Yeah.
And I'll hold the camera, and Anthony will.
Here we are, baby. Here we are. Look at those boxes.
Lots of cat skin boxes ready to go.
Lots of boxes ready to go. Ready to go. Look at those seats ready to be put on.
here. We got
Yep.
our leather.
Steamers, head drinkers.
And Anthony, you pick up your seats, right?
Yeah, we actually have our vans and we come out to the dealers. We do all seat pulls. And we
Seat
don't-
pool. So
we
a
only
lot
have
of
actual
dealers
shops that are, they're going to get a sunroof or a lift or something, more than just a leather.
because they don't bring a lot of those cars back. Because just because the traffic, you can go pick up 4 or 5 cars and
California, man, traffic. It's just,
yeah.
And then we have auto malls where we'll have 5, 6, 7 cars. And our guys are pretty good with moving blankets and setting up the seats and bending and removing headrests. I think our record is 12 cars in one large express van.
Wow.
12 cars,
Wow.
yeah. Including door panels.
Yeah.
They're all cars that are the works.
Yep. Show us why are these out in the sun?
California heat helps remove some of the wrinkles, help us.
Tighten those up. You might be losing.
You don't have heat guns, and yeah, Mother Nature is definitely making that leather lay down nicely.
Oh yeah. Beautiful. Just be careful of your Wi-Fi, Bill.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be low. Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit about what we got going on. We got a sunroof. We have a sunroof going on a Land Cruiser.
Okay.
Land
Very
Cruiser, Toyota
good.
Land Cruiser.
The Wi-Fi thing.
Is the connection still
Yeah,
all
we're
right?
good. Yep, we're
Yeah,
good.
you're good to go.
Got some roofs here. Land Cruiser sunroof.
Gonna get a sunroof. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. So that's gonna get a 735,
740, right?
740.
Yep.
Okay.
Made in Minnesota, no less.
This week.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Voila, voila.
There it is, champion.
What's the serial number on this one? I always like to know the 1776 serial number. Where's the box this one came out of? I didn't. Yeah, this.
Yeah, Jesse, we've never had a live stream of a shop.
Live.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
fun.
good. I like it.
So can you see that? So 1776 because of America, and this here looks like 4157, and that's a 740 USA. Can you?
Go down a little bit more.
You got to tilt
There
down.
you go. Got down. There you go.
Voila!
Uh-huh. There it is. Okay.
Born in Minnesota,
USA.
California.
Oh wow. Okay, great. That's awesome. So, Anthony, you do a lot of wheels and tires. Looks like
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, a lot of wheels and tires. We
Yeah.
got our Hunter TRC1, our Hunter Balancer, which is great machines. I recommend them.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. That's great.
More cars back here.
These are all dealer cars?
Yeah, look at all this.
Black coffee.
A lot of parking for LA. I remember that.
Yeah, we needed it.
And it looks very secure too. It's got definitely, you're
Oh,
protected.
yeah.
So everything doesn't need to come in every night?
That's great.
Yeah, man.
So
When you get back in there, Bill, let's talk. Have you done any of the cooled seats yet?
I haven't, but we're excited. We got a fresh shipment in early last week, so we're excited about it.
Okay. And because you probably get a lot of calls for that, probably being in LA, right?
Yeah, we do. And we're excited about moving the product and supporting each other with that.
So, Bill, you want to give us the nitty gritty on the cooled seats?
absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we just enlightened Anthony and Robert on them this morning. And we've got a shipment that arrived yesterday. And I'll flip it back to you. You did a Columbus installation not too long ago, I think, didn't you, Josh?
Yeah, we did a 2023 or 24 Tahoe factory leather, had perf. Customer
Okay,
had to
what's
have
that?
cooled seats.
Okay.
We said yes without really knowing, but it worked out.
Okay.
So
what did your dealer think and the vehicle owner? What have you heard?
the dealer said they didn't hear anything, so that's always a great thing. The customer was happy with it. So yeah, and for those that aren't familiar with it, it's the vacuum effect that throws everybody off, that it really does a good job because it's sucking the air down and it creates that cooling effect. So does a really nice job.
Yeah, we're throwing it out to the world, and feeling is believing. And you'd think intuitively that forced air should work better than a vacuum. And in reality, the vacuum, just the removing the body temperature, is highly effective. And that's why I asked you I didn't know the answer to the question when I asked you that, Josh. And it doesn't have to be kind of California hot to make this work. We can sell these in Seattle, Jesse. But having two vacuums is a great way to cool not only aftermarket leather with perforation, but also there's some factory cloth that we're able to cool. And there's some factory leather where we can remove the closed cell foam, add our reticulated foam, that's this white stuff here, create the space for the air to travel. And if nothing else, it's a great way for all restylers to sell more leather, which our installation center in Minnesota loves to do. And who doesn't want to add $1,000+ to their invoice on top of their normal leather price? And it's important. This was a Ralph George idea. This is a Toyota dealer that's stocking them. What we found was that it was going in the car, showroom floor. Nobody noticed our little switch, our little 3-button switch. And so we made this massive display here. So this goes on the floor. So you
Floor decal.
It's inviting you to have a seat and feel the cool. And then you find this switch inside the vehicle. So this is a key part. The product doesn't sell itself. It really needs to be actively sold and then presented at the retail level.
Yeah.
And then dealers make more money on it and they'll do more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Josh. It's been a nice compliment for our business.
I'll tell you, because heated seats in the cooler climates, heated seats, we live off of heated seats, and more cars are now coming with heated seats. So it's like we need something to fill that gap, but we get a lot of calls. Now, the actual answers available for us now when they call and say, hey, my car, can you guys do, it's got heated, but can you do cooled? If it's with a leather, definitely no problem. If it's a factory leather and or factory cloth, let's take a look at it, but there's a good chance we can probably make it happen. It's a great advantage now, not to be able to turn people down. Go ahead, Jesse.
I have another question for both of you, and I'd love you to take turns and each answer this one. But there's a lot of changes in the industry. There's a lot going on right now. What are you most excited about for the future? What are you most jazzed up about, think's really cool? And I'd love to hear from both of you about that.
Okay. Retail automotive is going to get better. We're all old enough we've been through ups, we've been through downs. Right now, the inventory level and high interest rates we're crippling, challenging. And being from Detroit, we say tough times don't last, tough people do. And what we're pushing through here with shockingly high automotive prices, compounded by ridiculously high interest rates.
Gas prices.
Thank you. It's been a perfect storm against us. And we've weathered that. And those that survive get to the victor goes the spoils. We push through that. Dealers need us. They need us now as much as ever as they're trying to survive on low volume. But let's just stay present with car dealerships so they can insert us into the new transaction model of 27 and beyond, where vehicle trades, a lot of people are upside down. There's still some sticker shock. We still need vehicles on the showroom floor, and we still need car salespeople that know how to professionally present our products. The rules are changing a bit in our favor, and let's just be present to capitalize on that.
What do you think, Anthony?
I would just add to that, definitely, it's about being creative and whatever we can do as we've got through COVID. We've gotten through the cash for clunkers deals. We've been through so many ups and downs in our past that we cannot be nothing but optimistic about what's happening, right? I think car sales, low inventory, high interest rates, the gas. It's just been a little bit of everything, but we're still here. And so just being able to just be creative and being out there, there's always going to be something for us. And regardless, we're all going to be okay. Just do our thing, do what we love, fixing up cars and making dreams happen. I think we're all going to be okay.
And look, and it couldn't get any better. Here's Sasha.
Sasha, sit, baby.
When in doubt, put a chocolate lab in your video and you'll get a lot more popular. Look at this pretty girl. 7 years
Hi,
old.
Sasha.
Work every day with me. And she's our greeter. Comes up and says hello to all our customers, and she gives hugs. She's such a sweet girl. Oh, baby.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
No to Sasha.
We listen, big tribute to your dad for giving you that. So sorry to hear about that. It was crushing, especially after your mom just recently as well.
Yeah.
And I know how big of a part of your life and your business and everything they were, but their legacy lives on with you two. You guys are rock stars, and we're so proud to have you guys part of our small little group in our family. But for sure, you guys are monumental, great overall people first and great restylers second. So thank you for being on the podcast, and I'll leave Jesse to ask his final question. Thanks, Bill, to you as always for showing us the latest and greatest.
Come over.
Big Bob, come over.
Enchilada.
We need Raider Nation. Let's go.
Yeah.
You got a new quarterback, baby, Mendoza.
I know, man.
Who's your daddy?
It's tough, man, but we're still here.
Thank you too, Bob, for everything you do, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank you. Bill, thanks again for putting this together. It was really cool to have a special episode and have you back, Bill. So we love having you, and also having Anthony and Robert. You guys are champions, and that helps with the whole champion plug there for Bill North too.
Nice.
By the way, tell us how we can find out more about you. So mention your websites or social media, or how do people get a hold of you guys if they have questions about Autotronica or Champion?
We're on Instagram, Autotronica. You'll find us here in Anaheim, mostly through Instagram. We're mostly a wholesale to dealer, but we're getting some more traction with the retail, and hopefully this could help us out. But yeah, just on Instagram
And Yelp.
and Yelp and Google. Yeah,
Sure.
Anaheim, California. If you want to come visit us, we're literally about 3 miles away from Disneyland. Bring your family, bring your car. We'll drop you off at Disneyland. You come back, your car's done and ready to go.
Love
And
it.
you guys are your website again, Autotronica USA, right?
Yes.
Remember correctly? Autotronicausa.com.
Awesome. What about you, Bill? How can they
Yes,
find you?
absolutely. I'm proud of recent updates to our website, championautosystems.com. You can also find us at heatedseats.com. It's just an easier URL to manage. We are very much focused on wholesale business. So we are not active with Instagram very much at all. The marketing is done for our restylers to our restylers. So the updates we've made in our website recently are the ability to order online, the ability to track orders online, the ability to download technical information online, to see things like you can order these banners behind us on our website. And that's Tim Eldridge have really put that together. And it's an operating system. So we call it C3. It's the Champion Control Center. I shameless plug for Auto Style Marketing. We are integrating Auto Style Marketing CRM into our website. We've got a great mechanism to communicate with our dealerships, but the CRM tool from Jesse is the missing link that we are just now launching. Genuinely happy with the service we're getting from Auto Style Marketing, and it's here to stay. We try to be easy for our customers to do business with and to get the right information at the right time. So the website combined with the CRM tool is our big initiative for 26 and beyond.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here today. We're going to see each other at SEMA, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I leave our shop number in case anybody wants to call
Yeah,
us?
please.
Yep, please do.
714-991-9901 here, Anaheim, California.
Check these guys out. Go take your ride over there. See what they can do for you. They got a lot of history, a lot of experience, and they will do it right and stand behind it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in Columbus in September.
We're excited.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
Come.
awesome.
So, all right, guys. Thanks very much, Bill. Thanks for reaching out, and good luck on the town car.
We'll keep you posted. Thanks so
All
much,
right,
guys.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great day.
And there you have it, another high-octane episode of the Ride and Style podcast, revved up and ready to go. Your hosts, Jesse Stoddard and Josh Poulson, shifted your automotive game into overdrive. If you're hungry for more insights, trends, and game-changing interviews from the automotive restyling universe, don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a glowing review. We'd also love for you to share this podcast with your gearheads, installers, and auto lovers network. Because remember, knowledge is power, but shared knowledge turbocharges the whole industry. For more expert resources to supercharge your business, cruise on over to autostylemarketing.com, your one-stop shop for everything automotive marketing. Until next time, keep those wheels spinning and your passion ignited. Thank you for riding in style with us. See you on the next lap.